Hi Marcia, welcome to Markets of Sunshine. This is the happy place to unlock your creativity, to relieve stress, and to use all of those beautiful craft supplies that you have been collecting for months, weeks, or decades like myself. So I love crafting. It's one of my therapies. It's my happy place. Nature is another therapy for me. It's another happy place for me. So I hope you will join me. And if you like this video and you want to binge watch my channel, then I welcome you. And I hope that you will subscribe and join me on this journey. So today we're going to be making things with our scraps. We're going to be making some tags with double pockets or single pockets. We're going to be making hidden paper clips. We're going to be using some fabrics, some paper, some laces, buttons, anything and everything that we have in our stash is going to go into these projects today. So the goal is to use up what we have. So come on over to my craft table here and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just trim down and cut these tags apart. And I'm going to just use my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. I love this one. It's so easy to use. It's lightweight. I have a guillotine trimmer. I have my larger Fiskars trimmer. And it's just, this one seems to be the best. So you have to sometimes purchase several trimmers before you find the one that's right for you. So what may be right for me may not be right for you. And if you've been crafting for any length of time, like I have, then you may have accumulated, because I don't even remember back when I purchased my larger Fiskars if they even had ones like this. I mean, I really don't remember. And so I'm thinking that that size must have been the only thing that was available, and that's why I, purchased that. And that was back in the days when you could get a 50% off coupon at Michael's or Joann's. I purchased it at Michael's. These are really a nice size. I love this. And what I like to use these for is when I have an order and I like to put it in with a customer's order. Not every time. I do something different every time. And so if you order from me, it's always a surprise as to what I may or may not put in the order. So as a thank you, if you place a large order with me, then I give a bigger gift. So, and that's up to my discretion as to what I want to do. It might be a little mini journal, could be a tag, could be one of my little mini wallets. Just, you never know what I might be in the mood to give. Okay, so now, for instance, okay, so this could come on here, and then if you want to touch the future, touch a life, can go on here, and that would be so pretty on there, just, like that. Trim this up, glue it. So I'm just going to even this off. This could be used for a mini tag. I could just even put it up here as a mini embellishment. And I still need to make something for the pocket. Now, instead of gluing, there are times when I will glue, But since this is laminated, I like to stitch it. So what I will do is I'm just going to stitch around the 3 edges here, and then for the tab up here, now this one I didn't laminate because I wanted to fold this pocket, and it's a little harder to fold it. Even if I only laminated the front, it's still a little tricky to get that plastic to fold properly. So if you're used to working with the laminated piece, then you're understanding what I'm talking about. Kind of think of it like with the heavier cardstock, you know, and it's much easier to fold paper, and then cardstock is still, you can fold it, but it's not as easy. And then when it's plastic, then you're really getting into it. Okay, so that could go there because I want to cover that tab. Even though I don't think I'm going to angle these bottom corners. Let's see if I can, don't want to. Cover that number up completely. Okay, that's good. I like that. Very nice. Okay. And then, yeah, I like it like that. I like that. And then whatever I'm going to put in here, I'm going to use the other little tab. Okay, let me see what I have. And you know, you can combine. Okay, I have this one. This could be nice. Okay, but I want to use that to make a tag as well. This one, I thought I had, okay, yeah, here. Okay, this one, okay, that would go, that would work. All right, so what I like to do is to take my tag that I already have, and then I just put it on the piece of paper, and then I use that to trim it. That can go in here, and this is one I've just laminated the front to make it more sturdy. Then trim off this one. So just using up everything you have in your stash. I mean, this year I've really had to put a hold on my spending, and I said, you know, once I stepped back and said, why do I need to keep buying all this stuff? I don't need any more things, crafting things, and it's really been an eye-opener as to how much I was spending, and I did not need to be spending all that. Okay, now this goes in here, so then that looks nice on there. Okay, and this is going to be really simple, and I am just going to staple that into place. So let me get the stapler. I would like to one day purchase the different colored staples. I think like the copper, I would really like the copper. Okay, good. And then this one, I don't know, do I want to stitch that or staple it? I'll just go ahead and staple. I just don't want to be having to worry about stitching something that small today. Okay, now let's look at the sides, decide which side I want to be for the front, and that's going to go there. This is going to be in here, and you can see how cute that looks already. And then if you want to touch the future, touch a life is going to go right here. I love it. Absolutely love, 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 love it. Okay, so we're going to ink. So let's get these out. And I like to use antique linen, and I like to mix it with the walnut stain. You can decide if you want to ink or you don't want to ink. And when you laminate the one side like these have been, makes it sturdy, and it's so much easier to hold on to it and put your ink versus just a little piece of paper and it kind of bends and crinkles and wrinkles all over the place. Okay, like that. Let me sit down. That really brings this piece to life by putting this ink on here. Ah, yes, very nice. I like that. Okay, let's just go ahead and ink up everything because just get it done and over with while you've got it out, and then you can move on. Those two are done. And we get this done. And it just takes off any, you know, stark whiteness around the edges. But it kind of like grounds the piece to me. What I've started to notice is that when a piece has not been inked, it kind of just leaves it feeling like it's suspended. It's just, you know, but once you've inked it, it just kind of grounds it and just makes it feel completed, and it just gives it that professional, and I don't know, just looks so much nicer. Took me a long time to embrace inking. It was not something I was readily wanting to do. Like glitter, you know, I don't want the glitter mess. But on some occasions, like when I make my little glitter embellishments, okay, now that's when it's beautiful, and it's like makes it a completely different piece, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, now, so look at the difference, and look at how nice that looks now, as opposed to just the plain uninked. See? Very nice. Okay. Set these aside. A little dauber back in there. Okay, so now we're going to take this tag out, and I'm just going to take this over to the machine, and quickly I'm going to stitch these three sides. And notice how nice that's going to do. And then you know what I think I'm going to do? I just thought of that. I am going to stitch these two on the front, just like that. That would really be nice. So stitch these first before I attach it, and then go around the three edges. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so here we are. The tag has been stitched on. My two sentiment statement. I put a little vellum clear plastic, more clear, like actually a plastic butterfly, and glued it into place. And then I have my tags that I popped into the pocket, and now this is a darling little gift that I can give in a customer's order that I think they will really like. So I'm going to set that to this side, and now let's look at our next project, which is going to be our I'm going to try to attempt to do a double pocket hidden paper clip. So I've done lots of hidden paperclip projects here on my channel. Let me get those out and I can show you. Okay, so you might have seen me do an organizing video, and I showed you how you can pick up these little photo albums at the dollar store or Michael's or somewhere, get them inexpensive, and you use them to put your completed projects in. So this one was all about my heart embellishment series that we did here together on my channel, and you can go back and find those videos. Lots of using beads was the main focus of those. Isn't that one pretty? That would be pretty as an embellishment on one of these tags, actually, or the front of the paper clip. Beautiful. I think I will use that. Okay, and this one is a very nice perfect fall theme, and I'm going to list this in my shop with the orange slow stitch kits that I'm going to be coming out with. Look at these. So that's the next series is the fall series. So I have a new slow stitch product line coming out in a fall theme. So be on the lookout for that. And so this heart is going to be in one of those kits for somebody to be able to purchase. Okay, so that was those. These were my artwork pieces, just for my own personal enjoyment. This is some of my applique patterns, my daughter's artwork. So this one has to be the Altered Paperclip album. So I think this is the one. This is our This was our trip to Georgia and Biltmore, North Carolina back in 2004. Okay, so yes, I only have one. Let me show you this one. Okay, so this, I put the paper clip on the back so it's hidden. You can't even tell, so you just think it's the envelope with your little message on the inside, your little card. So we're going to make something similar to this. So just an envelope. So there's your pocket there. And then we're going to incorporate another pocket on the front. So let me show you how to do that. Put all these albums back. These are a really great size. I think this is like 7 by 7 or 8 by 8. Let me see. Yeah, 7. Yeah, about 7.5 by 7 or something like that. Now, one tip that I've given in past videos is when you're using magazine pages and scraps and all that kind of thing, be sure that you read the copyright infringement information in the magazine, because some of them, like Daphne's diary, she doesn't let you make anything with her things and sell it. So that I did not subscribe anymore to her, because I said I'm not going to do that, because what if I want to put something and embellish it with a magazine page and then I want to sell it or whatever and then I can't. So that was a disappointment. So be sure you check those things out. Don't assume. All right, so this size I thought would be a nice size. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than what we would normally use. So this is 4 inches by 12 inches. Now these are scraps that I had left over from a lot of my ephemera wallets. So let me get the scoreboard. So this is another handy dandy tool that I would recommend, especially if you're a newbie to crafting, paper crafting, is a scoreboard and a portable, lightweight cutting tool. My Fiskars is like really big. It takes up this whole table and it goes from here to here. I mean, this is huge and it's heavy, but this is lightweight. I love this size. And I'm not going to bring the other big one out right at the moment. Okay, so this is 12 inches. So I'm thinking of scoring it at 2.5. So if I score it, I'm just going to score it at 2.5. And I want to decide what is going to be the actual envelope pocket and what is going to be the tag in the pocket. So I was debating back and forth. Did I want to use these as the tag or more of a solid to decorate and use the patterned for the actual pocket? So I'm thinking that's where I'm heading, and I'm going to save these two solids for the actual tag and to be able to embellish them. And so let's just start with that and see where it takes us. All right, so we first want to score it, just score it at 2.5 all the way. All right, so if I do that, let me think. Okay, let's just keep going this one direction. Okay, so 2.5, and then that would put me at 5, right? So that would be 1, 2, yep. And then another 2.5 would put me, okay, 2.5, okay, and then you're going to have, how much left at the end, let me see, 2 inches, okay, so we can score it 1, 2, 3, okay, and then you have this extra piece down here. All right, so I'm looking, okay, let me look at this again. Let me look at it again. Okay, so how does that happen? Okay, like that. Okay, yeah, there we go. When you have a directional pattern, make sure when you fold it, look at it. Excuse me, something got in my throat. And make sure that it's going in the right direction. That's important. Okay, so what I thought I would do, okay, so it's folded now. Let me see if it will work going from this end as well. Does it work? Yeah, okay. So the paper clip will come in, and I'm thinking, okay, so I'm going to have the paper clip coming in up here, and it's going to go on this, one of these back folds. This one is too short. This is the 2 inch. I can use that as a pocket, so I'm going to just go ahead and trim that off. Okay, and then I can lower it and put it here wherever I want to put it. So let me see, where is, okay, yeah, this needs to fold here. If I fold it again, okay, I'm thinking now. I could use this side here as a pocket. So this could be a pocket here. I like that idea. Okay. So I would leave that open. Then I would just glue down this side and glue down this side. And then I could have a pocket here. So then it could be a double pocket. So there's the double pocket part. Okay, so now we've got that established. And I could still use one of the patterns and come in here and use this as the second pocket. I like that idea. Okay, so then this one is going to be cut at 1.5, but I'm going to just score it. And go ahead and fold it, open it up, and just trim it right on that line. You could get your cutting tool if you wanted, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so I like that. That is really nice. Okay, so this is pretty. But I want to get some stitching on here. So I know I can't stitch this side because that's going to be a pocket. But I can stitch this little piece onto the front of this. And in order to do that, I just have to take it over to the sewing machine, open it up, and then at least this much can be stitched. So I like that. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to put the lace in here. This was a tag that came in a Happy Mail card. I did in a JW card swap group on Facebook, and so I'm going to use this little bitty one because it's in a fall theme she sent, and I thought it was really cute. So I put the word ingenuity. I added the butterfly. Now this tag, the paper clip is glued in, so it's a little snug. So I have to just wiggle it. Careful. And then it will go. So it's not going to fall out of there. Isn't that adorable? Wouldn't anyone love to receive that also as a gift? So we're going to add a little bit of bling. Okay, so to the butterfly and to the other one as well. And I'm trying to see what is in here that would look pretty. That would add just that little bit of bling. That red is just kind of like too dark. Let's go with this amber. Okay, I like the amber. Okay, so just a little bit of bling. And I have all of these thousands of gemstones, so I mean, you better use them. And on this one, a little bit of pink, I think, is going to look nice with that butterfly. So I'm going with what the butterfly is telling me it needs. Leave those there. Okay, so here we have this tag completed. Now the only thing I need to do is add the paper clip onto the back of that, but because I just glued that down, I'm not going to do that right now. So this one was really easy. I just put the paper clip here. This piece comes up high enough to hide the paper clip, so it's hidden. You do not see it. So you have a pocket here on the side. You have a pocket in the front. So that is our first double pocket altered hidden paper clip. So isn't that cute? And then this one can be just a tag as is, or it could be used and you could add the paper clip here on the back to make it a giant tag paper clip. But I'm thinking I'm going to leave this one just like this. And this was our double pocket altered paper clip, hidden paper clip project. So I think it's really cute. And you make it out of one 4-inch by 12-inch. Score it at 2.5 inches, cut off the extra 2 inches, fold it up, leave a pocket on the side, cut that extra piece that we cut off, as we're using it for the pocket in the front. You can stitch that on and then you glue everything in place. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I want to thank you for joining me and invite you to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. So stay safe and keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.